Etiefo ni ahwefo e mamu nyina akwa aba eba PC Agro channel yi so. Sɛdeɛ munim no sɛ yɛnyaba life di a ne yɛde nneɛma pa ɛna ɛrebrɛ mu. Ɛnɛ yɛne Dr. Sal anaasɛ Dr. Salome Redu ɛreba abɛdi nkɔmmɔ about sickle cell anemia. Ɛyɛ yareɛ bi a ɛreha yɛ yie paa yie. Na ɛnam sɛ ɔyɛ doctor na ɔwɔ ho nimdeɛ yi, yɛne no ɛreba abɛtwetwe ho nkɔmmɔ na wakyerɛkyerɛ yɛ sɛdeɛ nso yɛni bɛda yɛn ho so na sɛ bi a biribi saa ɛreto yɛ wɔ yɛabrabɔ mu anaasɛ yɛ mma mu yɛ busua mu a yɛtumi aboa ntɛm ama afa ahodie aba. Ɛno nti mɛma doctor kɔ aba sonko so na mama n'akonnwa no na ɔno ankasa ada ne ho adi akyerɛ yɛn nyinaa ansa ne yɛatoa so. Doc, yɛmmo akɔ aba o.
That's a pioneer. Me din de yɛwɔ me Kwame Redu. Me brɔfo din de Salome Redu. Been from Dr. Sal, been from Dr. Redu. Mu bi ayɛ.
Okay.
So be from me kwani hear me. And me train na me pediatrician. So me nkra doctor. Free MFA I'm so be I one of from kosi doing what check.
Okay.
So be I ko aduani ba ko on 21 but 0 to 18 na me specialty.
Okay.
Yeah, me a pediatrician by training. Me sa answer na me call medical school me say training on nursing. Me say nurse, me a nurse answer na me doctor.
Okay.
Inti yeah ka medical field no ma cha hakakra. Me need this ma cha hakakra. But say me specialty me pediatrics. Ti no need adwuma me yeah.
Oh, okay. Yo, yeah, that's it. Now, answer me a no. Me wo few questions be a general questions me ba bebusa ansana ya ko ye dwumadi na ankasa no. Dedi kan ene say brofo kasam ye kan no tablet, medicine tablet there, enye liquid one no. Is there a better way a ubetimi anom no na akoto ye mu ye na ye ho dwuma na say you just swallow what the show num na what try say we don't test you be many ana ubetimi achechire ye mu kakra.
Well, I saw fast and normally say with the tablet and to what numa with the two I saw two minimum kakra. No one knows so now they are many. Then what Timako toy tablet we were so dead. What they told now years of years about many. What they want us to be many a bad thing say because these are unum so can. A binum edin suro at all and some of the tablets not all. And we'll be our benum so nature tablets no one no. I said taste no one. But so minutes and sir, which me would the kind the tablet to another so no. I know me and mom in person the tablet number 2 as I'm so no. But no, I saw no. Me no more with so we the kind in so because me it's a taste no me pet. It's we the kind in so over the tablet that to my minute. But I know as all what technique be a on no so nya tablet no do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nti na de hia ne se ubenum nsuo dodoɔ sɛ de bepia aduro no ama na kwa akɔtɔ wo yam yi. Okay. Second question and say blood type. On say obia moja ɛwɔ ne group a ɔwɔ anase ne type a ɔwɔ. How important it is for for individual to know their blood type?
It's very important. So we are na so here moja. Enye moja bia na betin dia ma. Is obia won na wo moja crop type of crop. No betimi ama wo aye don ama wo moja. And also obia wo moja type no O negative. Obia wo O negative bia no betimi ama obia moja. So be here moja betimi dia ma no. To obia wo O negative bia betimi dia ma obia owo AB blood type AB no obetimi age moja free obi aho because your free BB antigen and your free BB antibody and the antibody na say ka say bia o A no or antibody against B say o B or antibody against A.
Okay.
And the wo B we didn't mean moja AA. It's how your body be rejected.
Right.
Ma o yare nkra I am more. AB no omuni antibody bia against obia any antibody against B and any antibody against A. It's meje moja free obia ho.
Okay.
Yeah, and the sana de na tie. So o negative ultimately moja mo obia and so we mo blood type and fan say bia obusi ani bi kra yare a obetimi ne amane moja.
Okay.
Bibisa. And here so obia ho ne blood type.
Okay. And yeah, now being subebusa said ne be then no hu ne blood type.
Oko o doctor how obetimi busa.
Okay.
You the be an ever catch out about crowd which will so person blood type. A type of your free test to be a type and screen.
Okay.
You beat my test no idea home.
It's your phone your masuma o. Mummy and I am calling your blood type and I say the besi be an yet boa. Okay, me patch your last one and sunny I call you Jimmy Dina Casano. You're sitting in casse a walk stores and I say, yeah, so cry you baby draw ye vitamins and be woman. And how important it is to take that and how often should you take it?
I think the vitamins, your into same you there a water soluble. Any the fat soluble. Vitamin A water soluble. A fruit and vegetable a dim. And it's a woody fruit and vegetable every day. And you're compulsory so befa. But why wouldn't you say a city no? And yet a diet be and sa a vegetables and fruits no. And the offer supplement a boa. Master they won't mean a duane I did the biano. Benya sa supplement no. And I all fat soluble. Fat soluble no a vitamin A, D, E, and a K. Okay, K no you said that need supplements. K no a body and a bay. And you will hear supplement be a no a bois a wagening development ne or mental infant processing ne functional.
Okay.
And a bois. D vitamin D no every urea and area. And you sun exposure we hear vitamin D. But so what you approach now what far from the equator he has so far vitamin D because be before no send ye honam city no say ye tuntum no say ye be absorb a area no design say be protect ye but ye babro chira we ani ni hana it's difficult say be nya sun exposure na nya sa vitamin D no enti SFR vitamin D supplements.
Okay.
Especially winter months.
Okay.
Because vitamin D, and now our body the hormones, the BBI, and she said one for vitamin D winter time, our mood, a bit low, be a case of depression, or we'll say, Nina and a free, so vitamin D.
Okay.
Yeah, and vitamin D especially is very, very, very important.
Okay. Yo. Yɛda ase ɛne wo nkyerɛ mu ɛne na yɛbɛkɔ deɛ nti a yɛwɔ ha yi a ne so directly ɛyɛ sickle cells anemia ɛna yɛba bɛka ho asɛm ɛnɛ na mepakyɛw ɛno koraa ɛne dɛn.
Well, so we make capital kasa kakra na say yɛbɛhyehyɛ mu wɔ twi mu ɛden kakra.
Okay.
Na sickle cell anemia ɛyɛ yareɛ bi a ɛyɛ mogya mu yareɛ nti the man at the back your bibi point mutation I'm say I put a kind of point mutation amino acid your body your blood your blood red blood cells no a DNA na your body mo anya DNA and edika into your basa body ne hyehyɛ saa red blood cell na DNA ade no etori bia ni na protein so amino acid na de into saa protein so body ya na o genetics no esesa some protein bi na de foforo hye hɔ a say o body ne ye red blood cell no na aye sa a sickle type blood cell na sɛnea nka yɛpɛ blood cell no yɛpɛ sɛ nka yɛmfa sɛ donut shape
Okay.
ABB say donut saa no na ɛde oxygen ɛkɔ a ɛbɛtumi de atom finfin but sickle cell no sɛ body ne hyehyɛ saa red blood cell na ahyehyɛ no sɛ asɛ S shape bi say bi say ɛno yɛ sickle ɛno no o body need to me a blood cell need to me fat sa oxygen no and come my body maybe adwuma no
okay
enti e basa na any oxygen no I just said e utuam di kan wa bre na e wonai e ma o cramp because oxygen ni ho enti na eno ama honam yaw ni atete eba sa nipa no so because oxygen na nka or the member different body sites no anyhow air to through the joint the kotoje na chi air nsa air na bache mabeti those different joints no the whole blood cell need to mean fact because I sickle
okay
I mean, in our man is a red blood cell, shape and assessor.
Okay. Enti sesana ne de honam tito e na airbrow wo.
Sa.
Okay.
Sa.
Okay. Said the okay no. Eye ade a happen wo yemu abra yemu. Enye se ya wo wie ena ebia wo nante anase wo develop ni mu na wo benya saa yare we ne mu nya no wo yafunu mu ansa na wo de pia ba ana ma ante ase yi
But you say no.
Oh okay.
Yeah, ade de wo. Nti sa gene no unya e bi free ma me ho no nya bi free papa ho. Unya mienu free papa ho no nya mienu free o ma me ho. Nti yɛmfa sɛ o maame ɛyɛ carrier na sɛ o papa yɛ carrier o papa wɔ yɛmfa ne sɛ yɛmfa S ketwa baako S kɛseɛ baako na o maame nso wɔ S ketwa baako S kɛseɛ baako a yɛmfa sɛ S kɛseɛ no nyɛ disease a ɛnyɛ ɔhwe o mmienu nyinaa de saa S ketwa no ma wo na ɛbɛka bɔ mu a ɛno na ɛma wo nya saa yɛre no.
Okay.
Your meaning na ma sa gene no e na ma unya sa yare no. I mean unya class na yawo.
Okay. Then discussion be e course so na obi ebusa say sa yare we etimi sai ana sickle cells no etimi sai. Say bia woni nipa ni tifie ebia mu didi bom mu di agrobom no wo betimi nya sa yare afri ni hono ma na say
there be and you're contagious. There be.
Okay.
Yeah, the work every individual person.
Okay. Now symptoms being and I say essentially being a bed daddy wo honam ni mo me hu say bia me bayi and I say me nwa we or sa yare we bi.
Okay, so be or a carrier. Ebia the whole life that. Ebi so a onyini kakra na se na ni fi kakra bo se bia ojonso a na moja won Johnson ba unim onyare hwenye no enso okojonso a na moja wo sickle cell no because it affected a blood cell no na o kidneys and so wo sa blood cell no ho no itoro bia kidney need to me nyu adwuma ye jantimi anya sa adwuma ye no a utimi Johnson moja we say we only yare no but a carrier ebia onya free ni papa wa na ne mama ho keke but obi a was yare no from ebe 1.5 2 years going no and I'll be starting so who say onya sa honam tutu na honam yaw ebia na nsa o hara nsa hono ni na hono ebia no onya infection because the entire onya infection no a organ spleen obi wa sickle cell because sa a blood cell no enye adwuma yie no spleen no ena eya ohwe mojam no ohwe de enye ya eno na oyi sa blood cell ni free mojani enti say edose bebre sa na spleen ni yia na afede that spleen no so ho aka because e bebre enti spleen no na boa ema body ni prevent infection bebre enti say spleen no so anya adwuma on wuta yare
okay
utanya yemfa say respiratory infections and then I had also
okay
emoja musunya infection
okay enti say ya the wo dia na che say emfi wa ya wo for na coping so bedi a year to a year and a half dear na bibia de dia ma ye ama doctors for identify say akra yi or sickle cells. Okay
akra bi o business who the crop people go here no na o saya ni bi abroche ya no mo screening abroche am ta screening di ye wo fufuro na ye wo wa na screen wo ha nti se wo bia wo be hu ansa na honam tutu na crisis no aba but a krobi also a bia emphasize o tie grass na wanya sa screen no anya ebia wo hu nti bedi be mfie me no kono na ebia o ties soon honam ya ne ya ne ho yira no bibisa
okay
say bia onya sa crisis na say bia work sickle cell tutu sa yare no wabusiamu a
okay na mom so say akra no ana say enipa no or ye carrier keke on ni sa yare na symptoms abema ye hu say bia wo ye carrier ne said ya kan na bia odwonso a ne moja ewo mu
days obenya crisis obia oni sa oye carrier keke no oni yare no sa de ne tai so mo kojo so ne moja wo
okay ene etiefo mo me nyina ye nsuo na ye ntie bi nti se ne ye matifie ye nuanom ye maame mo ye papa mo na se ye hu bibisa ne ntem so na mo me check ne ye na fa ho die emra abusua mu nti ne ye beto aso de ne na me question ne say ye hu yare no ya identify no ya mani dini na treatment e wo hono mo ana
patching treatment now I want to say but prevention is the most important thing. Prevention is better than cure. A money panyasa crisis no dehydration, infection, those are the two most important things. And so we so was higher and let's say be fan say we are boy and so make sure so no so you know on tie and you know my peer but my I physically physical exertion so be no my p will turn anti we bibisa
okay
dehydration number so be war panier be war vaccine na 1 year you find say flu season aba be war flu shot because anytime I be infection be no e body stress anytime I be stress o hu be no or risk so be nya crisis no
okay
and so be prevent it no in here so be for supplements be for vitamins folic acid obi wa tanya crisis doctors me man drobi a friend of hydroxyurea and no prevent crisis p so obi wa in patients be a normal tanya crisis by be a 1 year be hospital be 5-6 times but almost 35 hydroxyurea no e be once a year twice a year because I know
doc me pacho bodini ye
drone hydroxyurea yeah and you know eboa emma o blood cells no SSA emma o bibi a friend of fetal hemoglobin and no na o first year no the emma winya crisis o first year there was a fetal hemoglobin because a free say wo mama yam and e the wo nti no protect o first year nti say droy so no ma emma sa number na increase na sa s a sickle a blood cell no a cough
Okay.
Into no mau enter maunya crisis.
Okay.
So before vitamins, we'll be making sure so every day be and we hydrated, especially summertime and that's what we are bar. Ube no musio, ube tina you unta nye no ma pia be mau I physically too physically exhausted.
Okay, then teacher say wo sa yare we dia. Tem bia na wo gym na wo pagya niema na wo tumika na wo fa ha no yentimi nye te se obi a wo bibia ntimi nye te se wa na.
Obet my yeah yeah nche obi aso se man nye but obe ya
Okay.
making sure say no musio you're
Okay.
always hydrated. Always hydrated. So untina without a getting shade, without a too much work, too much dry heat. And on a hard journey.
Okay.
Yeah. Obi wan so Dr. Bemao certain vaccination bi wa SSO.
Okay.
A friend bako a pneumococcal a vaccine na bako ye meningococcal vaccine.
Okay.
Bako ye meningitis na bako ye a pneumonia. A home vaccine into no so was sickle cell so na me ka spleen no. Send spleen ni adwuma send SSA ye adwuma no. So what's that vaccine yeah, it will prevent those two infections.
Okay.
And I will make sure say ube who hematologist here a moja a doctor.
Okay.
Make sure say they be no. I mean every time be regularly you see them on a regular basis because prevention is always better than cure. Or you're up to date with your vaccines. Obi or doctor did ebe mano a antibiotics, especially the omomo sad disease no. The mao yes a carrier keke we a carrier own no antibiotics. Ebia ebe mao your friend amoxicillin. And this amoxicillin no from the time I be away 2 to 5 years old no no baby no to prevent any infection be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure so you're well hydrated while vaccine. You keep up with your appointments. You make sure you take antibiotics. Dr. Mao antibiotics and so far. Make sure so you take your antibiotics, take your folic acid, and hydroxyurea and amikine.
No, me pa cho said you okay e bia me na menti ase yi but me menti ase me hu se nipa bia ebetimi anya saa yare we bi na adenti na blacks ye at high risk of this disease.
Okay, so there was a time I mean historically there was stressors sickle cell no it helped to protect certain people, certain populations of Africa. There was a time it was protective, and it was passed on to certain generations because it prevented. Says got time now was sickle carry gene no, it protected you from certain illnesses, and it was passed on, especially among people of African descent. But unfortunately, it causes these sickle crises, right? So we no longer have those sort of infections and that stress, but we have the risk of the crisis, the sickle cell crisis that we're talking about. And blacks and Kwan or more your cousins they're very close, or more Mediterranean, Italia or more Malta that are very close to Africans genetically, no, or more so was I,
Okay.
or Beko, Portugal, Spain, or more I say or more tuntum kaka no more bank kaka or Europe no. Almost will be. Yeah, Mediterranean no. Because or more a gene no more or many close no. Almost in yasa yari be. To more blood-borne illness, sickle cell, thalassemia, no. And so almost will be.
Nti so was saa yare we ya a life threatening na.
If you don't take the appropriate precautions and take the appropriate steps, it can be.
Okay.
Because if you keep getting crisis after crisis after crisis, you put yourself at risk. One, if you put yourself in a healthcare system, now they be a alcohol hospital. Now you more do now one you can have a risk of stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And the stroke is because emojano, like I said, knee P. And knee P na say a command pump mojana I drew a genome baby because the blood vessels no baby it me a block. And no blockers are na oxygen and co a agenim. And the anonama sa stroke number. And the almost our risk of many infections. Your free BB sepsis. And no ye moja like infection alpha body nimina. And to enjoy your risk. And the,
Okay.
those two main things that can be very much life threatening.
Okay.
And the as I say offer every precaution I'll be to me to prevent getting sick and make sure that your doctor be catch on you follow the directions.
Okay. And in a way, no, it is life threatening. So when forward draw I said advice our doctor the bema on the dia. I just say we need wo my ben super.
Yeah. Yeah, diagro cry and yare diagro. And say what time crisis now. So be when it will be also crisis now. Unim ni yao. And he say any work on so cry no. Honam yao no. Any at it say a womb. Sayare. Until prevent it. So be crisis in the first place.
Okay. Yo, yeah, that's it. And while we're talking about prevention, and say obi dwene ho say ebi a opese owo one ni kunu anase one ni dofo bi ewo advice be na betimi di ama omo to avoid having children since a develop from the womb no and that advice na betimi di ama omo a e betimi a prevent it.
Well, this is always very tough and sensitive because obi one of the four to kind of say any a asumasi and go and I say you say and I say we ain't mean shows and so yeah but SSA will check it or different status is a meaning I'm checking more status and son of my so but when I say back mo meaning na your carrier or 25% chance or bano benya sickle cell the bako a carrier yare no. That's about the other one in the area now. Sorry, 50% chance of being area. And it's a very high risk. So we mean our area now, the children are for sure or meaning also being area because moya mujin number passing name no ewo say area. And it's very high chance. Say I mean akran benya area. It is so check it a personal status and sign as a mawo. But so much I can as a meaning in France, a meaning your carrier. A can be a bit my far, bit my bit my war, or bit my check it G number personal. No, my mama only the non sickle, you know. I get insemination, but I no, and yet natural way, no, and it costs money, right? And but I would say, sir, at least make sure you check your partner status because unya FFRA, that's it. There's no going back to reverse it. We have now a technology or more gene therapy or more started a year almost started, but it's still a long way off. And which means why bone marrow transplant. But bone marrow transplant is no guarantee say be my arena call.
Okay.
Once you get pregnant and no, until you have to be very careful and sana so only will be war.
Okay. Question me wo and say bia oye parent we your for na say bia wo ba or whatsa ya real way bia how best can you accommodate this child? And I said that then I'll be to me, yeah, I'll be to me soothe the suffering of the child in this particular aspect.
I mean, you always make sure you you take the right precaution. Children have to get their vaccinations. The flu season, but make sure say akrana and that. So baby, make sure that they are always sort of protected. So dear grona say we are boy, make sure that they're hydrated. Make sure they get their regular doctor visits. Say antibiotics make sure akrana fa a drone the beer. And chair man answer because when you're akrano no better also home better also I'll follow so bebre. Always prevention is always better than cure. So you just always have to make sure that you're on top of the preventive care.
Okay.
I said Ruby was all the macron on the mano. And I said could make sure when you back on home. Or we are more make sure say especially summertime in Yano man and call could and just forget. Oh, friend and breath money so those things like that.
Okay. And to see your bonnet of sickle cells no a mojemu yare. About so na ema severe ahotutuo and about so onam ye oya pa wa apostle eye oya to the extent say what tete wo hia untimi enye bibia on your own and unti as so wo sayare wo ya de obetimi aya ebeboa wo ama watimi a level long because eye yare ebetimi kumu and say bia ube no wedro ube call or doctor honmo regularly no one no wedro de be ma and I say ni advice bi or de be ma no ube no nsuo ententem so especially say baby awo no awia e wo honmo and I say hoshia ube no nsuo ententem na ube free awia ni mo so e ba se wo pie na say bi e be chen so bi a ube pe bibia kata uti so e bi a be che bibi and I say chinye kra obetim de si so bibi ebetimi a prevent say awia no ebebo directly no obetimi aye na aboa say unya so ye carrier so a de obetimi edi ehu ade edi mu pa obetimi de ehu ne say bi a ojo so a emoja bebem eno ti say uhu sa ade we ya nentem so na bomodian de ko hu doctor na mon clear air say adofo so wo hon na so mo dwene say o mo bewo a enam say yare we de atete ebre awofo any akra no ntino doctor ma advice say ono de ontime nka nche wo say enware odofo na say no odofo enwo ontime nka obi aso ntime nka na foto de be man say momie no nyina monko check mo blood mo blood status na monhu de obia eye ansana matna say beside say mo beye ana say monye doc ye da wasi bebre etiefo ahwefo so what question bia ya pacho type it in because doc or target into this or be responding to all your questions said ye be at peace with yourself so what sad disease are your friend sickle cells anemia ana say wonim onua bi obabi ana so adamfo bi wo bia o colleague anybody because we betimi affect obia na onso wetimi aboa that say obua say adwumade doc thank you very much.